The grass is intensely green this side of the fence. It's a way of life. It's a way of looking at life. It's a way of choosing where to put your attention. It's a way of putting you in full control of the life experience that you live. Wherever you put your attention, you start creating your life experience. So if you're constantly going on complaining, criticizing, bitching about life, about what the government isn't doing for you, what your wife isn't doing for you, the way your kids are answering back, they don't have respect, about how the fact that you don't have money, there's too many taxes being taken off you, oh, global warming, well, that wasn't really my fault, it's everybody else's fault, and you're not appreciating what is. Well, your life experience is dictated by that. If you're looking at negative things, you have a negative life experience. But your greatest control in life is placing your attention consciously on that which you can appreciate. And that's the magic, that's the alchemy. How you can turn a mundane reality and actually start living a reality that's amazing, that's blissful, that's incredible, that's fantastic, where the best of everybody and everything comes towards you. When you start appreciating everything that there is to appreciate, even the difficult experiences, if you learn how to appreciate them and learn from them to grow stronger, that to the point at which you're like, God, the darkest moments in my life are actually the ones that launch me into being brilliant and feeling fantastic about myself. The darkest moments in my life are actually the ones I appreciate the more. Oh my God, the grass is intensely green on my side. My life is full of intensely green grass. I look at my past. Yeah, there was difficulties. Yeah, there was times when I wasn't appreciating. But when you can get to the point, anybody can get to the point where they can look at their past and go, well, hey, it's brought me to where I am today. And I appreciate who I am today. I appreciate the fact that I was strong enough to get through it. No matter how hard it was, I'm here. If you're here listening to this video, you're here. You've made it. You've got there. A lot of other people gave up along the way. You did not, clearly. You're here. Well done. Appreciate that fact. You've been courageous to get this far. But now just give yourself permission to start looking at the stuff to appreciate. And your mind can come up because our minds very often are habitually looking out for the negativity, the thing to complain about. But even if you can sort of in your own mind objectively say, hey Mark, it's okay for in your life, but in my life, my wife she's off screwing the neighbour. Oh, and like a business, my business is after going through, it's just going down the Swanee. I've put in 10 years, man, and it's just not working. And like everything is just bad. And my life, I have this disease, and my parents, they don't love me, they never did. And I've crap going on, man. I can't help it. I've nothing. I've very little to appreciate. But find that one thing that you can appreciate. Find a little sliver. Find a thing. Put your hand on your chest. You'll feel a little tung tung, tung tung. It's a heartbeat. Start appreciating that. If your heart is beating, can you feel your breath coming out against your hand? A heartbeat and you're breathing. That's a brilliant place. It always is an amazingly powerful place to start. You're alive. You can start afresh. Every day you're reborn. It's what you do today that matters most. So start appreciating today. Appreciate that you're alive, that you're here. You can turn up to the game and appreciate. It's your choice. But give it a go. I call it the 95-5% rule. I remember talking with this woman in an office. It was about employment or finances and stuff. And she was telling me all of these options. And at that moment in time in my life, I couldn't actually go with what seemed to be like what 95% of people could go with. I had certain circumstances that was preventing me. And the way I explained it to her, I was very positive. I said, hey, I can only go with my circumstances with 5% of the 100% of the options that you can tell me today. But I'm going to be really powerful here because I'm going to put 100% of my attention on the 5% that I can do. So that means I'm 100% in control of my future. And it's the same thing with appreciation. if 95% of it is not something that you can easily appreciate, find the 5%, find the 1%, and it will grow. And your power of influence, when you start appreciating life and you start consciously saying, well, I'm going to love that I'm alive. I'm going to love that my family are alive. I'm going to love that I still have time with them. That even if it has been crap thus far and up until now, I love the fact that I'm going to find ways to appreciate them more and more. I'm going to appreciate my job. I have work. I have money coming in. I'm going to appreciate the experiences that have made me me. I'm going to appreciate like this life opportunity right here now to undo all this karma, to undo all this suffering that seemingly was needless. I can start afresh now. I'm going to appreciate that. Wow, yeah. You know, imagine like you've been reborn, that this is the first moment of your life. That up until now has been a different life. That's where you learned all the hard lessons. If it's all been hard and struggle and you're struggling to find things to appreciate, imagine that's one different life. You've come to the end of it. And now you're rebirthing. You're saying, hey, well, you know, I've learned a lot from that, but from this moment I'm going to start appreciating what I have going forward. Start from there. Your power of influence will just rocket out into the universe. And when you fine tune your mind, your eyes, your senses, your whole body, your mind, body, spirit, to start appreciating, that, my friends, is when the entire universe wraps around you and says, hey man, you've cracked it. We're now going to give you everything you've ever dreamed. It's going to be easy from now on. You're now working with the totality of the universe. It's going to now start giving you everything. You're going to realize, you're going to be laughing minutes from now, days from now. If you practice this, you're going to start laughing and say, was it always that easy? Was it that easy? I've had a hood over my head. I thought that complaining and criticizing and giving out and bitching about life, focusing on the negativity, if I could be negative enough, if I could resist it enough, it would change. It never has it? It doesn't work. What you resist persists. Resisting does not work. Put it to the side. It's a life strategy we've been taught by others. It doesn't work. Appreciate what you have. Then you start flowing with the universe. Then everything that you have always wanted. Peace, happiness, good health, prosperity, everything is yours for the taking. But only when you start realizing and living it as a way of life that the grass is intensely green on your side. Always. It's your choice. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.